Let's see how many we can get in. So far, just one. One screamer. Let's go check out the neighborhood. What are you doing here? Whoa! Feral sneaking up on me. Oh boy. I got vultures. I got ferals. Go away. Oh! Oh man. There's another feral. We got two ferals. We got two ferals and a vulture. This isn't good. This isn't good. Get away from me, bird. Oh, and I got dogs. Oh, man. I'm running. I'm running. Oh, we got another feral. I'm out of stamina. Look at all those. Oh, I missed. Welcome back, everyone. This is your man, the Beard King, bringing you another episode of 7 Days to Die for Noobs Alpha 17.2. In our last episode, I pulled off another epic Screamer farm and gained 3 or 4 more levels. I also went on a little bit of a resource grind to gather stones and iron. I really needed the cement, and now I find that I really need to be able to make cobblestone. In this episode, I want you to strap on your seatbelt because we're about to do a little time traveling. So what exactly does that mean, Beard, you might ask? Well, I want you to pay close attention to the time and day you see at the top of my screen. Right now it says day 17, 0740 hours. In our last episode, we ended on day 14, right around 2000 hours. I thought that the blood moon was imminent, but that's where I was wrong. The blood moon did not come. I'm going to show you a setting that you can change for the game, and I think that this is where things broke for me. So bear with me while I exit out of this, and I'll show you the screen I'm talking about. Okay, so here we are. This is the save that I've been on, 17.2. And I'm on the basic tab. And if you look at all these settings, you know, if the text over here, this is my opinion, I could be totally wrong about this, and this is what's super confusing about all this. But if the text here is white, like on difficulty settings or daylight length or blood moon frequency, those are all white. That to me, that's a default setting for the game. If I want to increase or change the daylight length, it turns yellow. That's me changing things. We all know this is 7 days to die. If I wanted to have a blood moon happen on day 14, I change it. Now the text is yellow. Okay? Therefore, that's not default in my books. Zombie day speed. Well, if I want him to jog, see, now I'm yellow again. Okay? That's me changing a setting. Right here, this is the setting that I think caused me the trouble. Okay? This blood moon range, it says, sets a random range that blood moons will happen. 0 is off. Remember that. 0 is off. This is what the directions say. 3 would mean a blood moon can happen up to 3 days later than normal. So let's take those instructions for a minute and let's look at it. 0 is off. Right? This is my setting right now. It's on 1 day. It's yellow. That would imply that I made a change, and I did. Here's what 0 looks like. 0 days is default. Okay? That's what this setting was in my last episode on day 14. Okay? It was at 0 days. Remember, 0 is off. So what does that mean? Does it mean that the randomized blood moon doesn't happen? Therefore, the frequency will always happen every 7 days. So if this is default, since it's white text, the blood moon would happen on day 7, 14, 21, yada yada, okay? That's what I had. It was the default setting. Again, folks, the blood moon didn't happen. I had a wandering horde of big mamas come through, and I'm like, here we go, but then I killed them all, and nothing else happened. There was no lightning. The sky was not bloody. That was it. I didn't see any more Zeds, at nighttime. So I did all kinds of stuff. I went into my debug menu. I changed things. That didn't work. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, maybe it's something to do in my settings. Maybe I turned something off for some dumb reason, which I don't do. I mean, these are my settings. I haven't changed them. So I backed out of this. It was like day 14, 2,300 hours or something like that. We should have been in the middle of the blood moon. Okay, it should have been Horde night. I saw that this was set to 0. I'm like, well, okay, that's default. Then I started thinking 3 would mean a blood moon can happen up to 3 days later than normal. Right? So I'm like, well, maybe it'll happen. Maybe if, maybe I'm at day 14, 2,300 hours. We'll just call it almost 2,400 hours, right? We're almost at day 15. Okay? So I set this to 1 day. All right? I set it to 1 day. I log back into the game, which I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm back into the game where I started with you guys on this video. Again, the time stamp is day 17, 7:50. 7:50, right? When I did log back into the game, when I originally recorded this, which was like a day ago, really. Again, I was at day 14. I was close to day 15, and still no Horde. Day 15 came. I didn't get the little warning indicator. You know how the day will turn red? That's kind of a warning that says, yeah, it's Horde's coming. There's a warning. I think you can turn that on or off too, by the way, somewhere in the settings. I didn't go over it with you. But nothing was there. So I'm like, what is happening? So ultimately, I went into the debug menu and I just kept pushing the time forward. I kept it on day 16 and I started moving the clock forward. I started moving myself through the day. And ultimately, let's see what happens. But before we get into all that, it'd mean a lot to me if you could hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment. So, without further ado, let's do a little time traveling. There's no blood moon. So, to explain that, I go F1, go into debug. Over here on my time, I can change this, right? I even bump the speed up to try to move through the days a little bit better. So push it all the way to the end. Oh, day 16. It's gonna happen now. See that? Does this mean it's happening right now? Oh wow. So yeah, there's some miscount going on. As you can see, I got an airdrop that happened, I guess, because I skipped daytime of day 16. So, wow, really messed up. I mean, this is a blood moon horde though. People keep spawning, Zeds keep spawning in, so it's on. I've got the lightning, I've got the red sky, so. This is the best we're gonna get for this one. It's a real bummer. Technically, we still got one, right? Just happened on day 16 for some reason. I think the whole thing was off a day or two. Okay, so it's happening. I'm gonna finish these off. Try to get that bag real quick. Yeah, okay, they're moving normal. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. Jeez. Okay, so we're back. The Blood Moon, as you saw, it happened. I was able to make it happen. I was a little frustrated at the time, so I was kind of moving that clock pretty fast. It would have been nice if I had got the timing right and, you know, got the screaming and all that stuff. I just was surprised to actually see it happen, because I honestly, I thought my game is bugged. I did something, I broke something. So it happened. It was a pretty good Horde night. And what I'm going to do here is just run through a quick damage report with you guys. Everything here is pretty good. They busted out 4 spikes, did a little damage, so I have some repairs to do. No damage here on this wall, nothing here. They usually hit these 2 on the way down, so we took some damage there. I did have a cop, as you saw. Well, maybe you didn't see that because, yeah, I fast-forwarded I sped up the time on the whole thing. So there was a cop that came through and he puked on me a couple of times, so I might have some additional damage that I don't readily see here. But I still have most of my barbed wire on the sides, and all of the barbed wire on the ground was broken out. So this thing held up. Took a little damage on these bars up top, but this thing held up. I do want to make some changes. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do at this point in time, but it's really fast. I mean, this is fast. And I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but once they get going and they break out that barbed wire and they break these things out, they're off to the races. It's just Z, Z, Z. That's why you saw in my video I sped up the video, because it was just fast, and I had to break out the shotgun just to keep up with them. They didn't really mess around with anything here. So, you know, my skywalk is disconnected from the Horde base, so on Horde night they didn't go after my skywalk, which is awesome. Happy about that. And again, I didn't take any damage. So right now, I'm gonna just work on beating on this rock a little bit. Okay, gang, I'm back. Got over 5,000 stone. I cleared out one of those boulders over there. Worked my way back. I was picking up all these wood blocks that I had going up here, and we have some action, primarily right here. While I was out there, I picked up another level, so I'm at 3 points. I'm about a quarter of the way into another level, which would give me 4 points. So I'm going to try to grind out a little bit of experience here. It's one of my favorite methods, farming screamers. Let's see how many we can get in. So far, just one screamer. Let's go check out the neighborhood. What are you doing here? Whoa! Feral sneaking up on me. Oh boy. I got vultures. I got ferals. Go away. Oh! Oh, man. There's another feral. We got 2 ferals. We got 2 ferals and a vulture. This isn't good. This isn't good. Get away from me, bird. Oh, man, I got dogs. Oh, man. I'm running. I'm running. Oh, we got another feral. I'm out of stamina. Look at all those. Oh, I missed. Oh. Oh my god. Yay. My bag. I gotta do it. Surprised I didn't break my leg. Whew. Alright, well that, they're up in the ante on ferals. That is for sure. Wow. Okay, so I got a little bit of an illness coming on too, because I ate a cup of beans, or a can of beans. Don't touch me. And she touched me. Well, we're, I don't know, 2/3 of the way there to the next level, so I'm gonna keep up the chaos. Wow. Boy, when it rains, it pours. So of course I died. Now I've got near-death experience penalty, which is so sweet. Take it carefully. To be careful. Got a loot bag and a level, and guess what? 4 points. I hear another vulture, and I see you. Now I see you die. Those dogs can move. Beating on something, I just don't know what. There's a lot of pharaohs. See him hitting on that down there? Thought I saw a shadow from another vulture too. Going down. There's a feral out here somewhere, so there she is. Wow, that vulture's right above me. Okay, loot bag real quick. Okay. That it? Man. It's pretty serious business there. Okay, well, I just came down here, got organized with my inventory. I got cobblestones in the works. I made some cement. And all I wanted to do was come down here and fix things, but there was a screamer. So I got that other level, which is going to give me 4 points. I think I know what I'm going to spend it on, but because I have the near-death experience, I don't want to make any skill point decisions until I can see the whole thing. There's another screamer over there. I'm sure she called in more people. Dogs. Ton of dogs. Another big mama coming. Yeah, this place is, this is an active place. I think that's all I can say. I grabbed some of my hay bales and put them down here since I'm always jumping off right there. There's another vulture. Yeah, man, that's all I want to do. Fix my stuff. Ah, they busted out a block. Pretty sure I have those blocks somewhere. I don't know if that was reinforced concrete or not. That's it for the old concrete. Just doing a bit more work, and what do you know? At least she dropped the bag this time. Take my arrows back. Okay. So I was just doing a little work over here. I'm gonna cut all that out, what I was doing, but I'm digging this out. I'm gonna, put blocks in here and start working on giving me more of a totally flat area around here. They fall down here and then they run along this path and come back up, and they do it on both sides. So on both sides I want to have a pathway for them to run on, and possibly put some trap, whether it's barbed wire or barbed wire fence or blade traps or something. Just something down here that they have to deal with or contend with to get to me. It's like I don't want any free rides around this joint anymore. If you come over here, you're around me, I want you to get damaged. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. It was a busy episode. I had to blab on for quite a bit of time about why my blood moon was a little screwed up on day 14, which gave it to me on day 16, and I showed you that in high speed. As you saw, the Horde base worked great for it. It got pretty fast once the barbed wire was broken out, so I need to put some more thought to the corridor thing just to slow them down a little bit more. I spent a lot of time upgrading the base, did a lot of reinforced concrete upgrades, upgraded a lot of stuff to cobblestone, dug out a lot of stuff to put more flagstone blocks down. Ran into just an absolute boatload of screamers. It's kind of getting to the point where it's difficult. It's not difficult. Yeah, I died in this episode, sure, but it's like every time I go down there to do anything, there's a screamer, and at this stage of the game, I get a lot of ferals there too. So let's take a look at something real quick. Game stage is 105. That's like double what it was the last time I showed you. I think it was around 50s or 65 or something. So pretty significant. 10 deaths. So anyways, yeah, screamers everywhere. I did pick up a ton of points, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get into something so I can start making blade traps, eventually get into turrets, and it'd be great if I could just have some turrets up in strategic places that could, take a little bit of the heat off of me. If a screamer comes wandering in, maybe a shotgun turret could just take them out, and I don't have to deal with it. It's fun. I get a ton of experience. I have a good time. I die. I get skill points. I get better at actually playing the game. But at some point, when you're trying to just focus on doing something, it's like, screamer, screamer. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just whining. But anyways, that was a fun video. Again, I haven't spent the points. I think I know what I will be spending it on, but we'll figure that out in the next episode. So, just wanted to let you guys all know this is my 25th episode of my 7 Days to Die for Noobs series. Pretty excited that I hit that 25 episode mark. Kind of an anniversary date for me, I guess. Still shooting to, I guess, get to 40 episodes if this actual save, if this gameplay will continue to bring content. But that's my next goal, 40 episodes. See what I'm talking about? It doesn't matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, there's always a screamer that comes out. Always. all the time, constant, just constant screamers. Maybe it's because I have so many torches running and forges and stuff. I mean, it's probably my fault, but man, it's getting shit, they're irritating me. They're irritating me. So, anyways, gang, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that episode on that note, being irritated at screamers. And if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the little Horde mischief that I was up to, and I'd really appreciate it. As always, I'm a small YouTuber trying to grow my channel, so anything you guys can do to help grow my channel, I really am appreciative of that. So, and I hope you enjoyed another episode by me, the Beard King, and look forward to bringing you another one shortly. So, until next time, take it easy.